Gold is a very important currency in classic World of Warcraft, and even more so in the upcoming TBC expansion. So now is the perfect time to start preparing so you have a comfortable amount of gold ready. How much gold do you need in TBC? Well, this depends on how competitive you want to be. As a mage, we have a lot of tailoring items that are super strong early on, so obviously having tailoring ults will save you a ton of gold here, which is something we'll cover later on in the guide. But there's also flying mount costs, which is close to 6,000 gold for epic flying. Plus there's so many other items you want to buy. So I would say as a minimum, we should be aiming for 20,000 gold per character, prepared for the launch of TBC. Of course, we will have absolutely massive opportunities to make tons of gold in TBC as well, but it's good to be as prepared as possible, and we have about 6 months or so to achieve this. So in this guide, we will be covering everything A to Z of gold making, how we can make tons of gold. I could have easily put all of this knowledge into PDF gold guides and sold them for $20 each like other YouTubers do, but all these guides will be included in my channel membership and we will be updating these regularly. But like I said, this is A to Z of gold making, so this is perfect for beginners, and these guides will be more optimized towards audio than visual, so you can listen as well as watch. It won't impact too much. The first thing to cover is the basic setup. Ideally, you should have one level 60 character as a minimum, but if you don't have that, don't worry, we'll cover that later on. But you should also create a bank ult. This bank ult will be a character that you keep at a main city and will deal with all of your auctions. To absolutely min-max this opportunity, you should have it on a second account if you can afford to do so. That way you can be posting and checking the auction house constantly while playing the game as normal on your main, tabbing in and out between them. This will drastically increase your speed of income since you can manage the auction house constantly. But having a second account obviously comes at the cost of another sub, so I'll leave this up to you. It's not essential, but it does help a lot. You could always do this later on once you've learnt more, once you've learnt to snipe auctions, etc., because you can run the stuff in the background whilst you're playing your main character. And we will of course cover AFK gold farms, which you could do tabbed in the background on your ult as well. Ideally, the bank ult should have lots of bag space and extra space in the bank so you can send all your items there. Your first bank ult should be level 5. The reason you want a level 5, as this is the minimum level to learn enchanting. If you don't know, then as long as you have enchanting, then you can disenchant any items regardless of the level. So bear this in mind and either make your bank ult an enchanter or have a separate enchanter bank ult altogether. We will get into disenchanting and flipping later down in the road of this guide. Another thing to think about is that you should also keep your bank ults in cities that have the closest mailbox to the bank, while also having the best possible latency for posting and sniping. Generally, this is Ironforge for the Alliance and Thunderbluff for Horde, since Stormwind and Orgrimmar are super populated. The next thing to talk about is having farming ults, but it depends on how serious you want to get. So this part of the guide covers the perfect scenario. In the ideal world, you should have a character that can solo instances. For now, this is Mage, but in TBC onwards, Paladin is also a very good option, especially for beginners. It's also a good idea to have an ult that can easily grind mobs. This will be your farming ult. Hunter is absolutely great for this, but Warlock is also a solid option. And in TBC, Balanced Druid is also a great option for tagging mobs quickly. You can also get skinning on this ult since you'll mostly be farming mobs with this ult. Then lastly, you should get a Gatherer Profession Farmer with both mining and herbalism. Rogue or Druid are great for this, so you can do stealth solo instances if you choose, which is great on populated servers since the instance will always have the ore or the herbs that you want. But of course, Druid then becomes the absolute best from phase 2 in TBC because they can gather herbs in flight form, making it really good. So that's the perfect setup. A bank ult with disenchanting, an ult that can solo instances, an ult that can easily farm in the open world, and then a profession gatherer farmer that has both mining and herbalism. But of course, you might not be at this stage right now, or you may even be new to the game. So at the start of this guide, we're going to assume that you are fresh level 1 on a server and have no gold at all. So that's the introduction to gold making, the basic setup. In the next video, we'll cover all the best add-ons, and then we'll start looking at how you can get gold as a fresh character, working our way up to more advanced gold guys down the line. The guides from this point will be available to members only, but membership is $1.99 a month, so you're getting a huge amount of value here. Thanks for watching this video, guys, and have a lovely day.